Hello.
Hi.
We have a special announcement for you before we start the regular show.
Yes, you're Stu.
I'm Stu.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's our announcement. No.
Welcome to Happy Jack's RPG podcast. My name is Stu.
And I'm Kimmy.
Is your mic on? Your mic is muted.
And I'm Kimmy.
And that's Kimmy. And I am going to be sort of retiring from the show over the next month, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. And we just wanted to inform you about it and let you know what's going on and dispel any rumors that haven't started yet but might.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Because the internet loves drama.
Drama.
So,
yeah, so I'm going to be taking the mantle. And I'm excited. I'm also nervous.
you should be. You got big shoes to fill.
Yeah. Okay, who's been doing most of the work now for most of the years? Yeah, I know.
That's why I offered it to you.
Yes. No. That's why I asked when you're like, okay, this is done. We're done with it now. I'm like, can I keep it going?
Oh, no, I was fun. Yeah.
I know you were totally
I figured
fine.
that was
Probably what was going to
a
happen.
possibility.
Yes.
I thought you'd be smart and say no.
No, people don't usually accuse me of being smart, so. So yeah, I'm excited, I'm nervous, and we're gonna try and keep Happy Jack's like how it is. Except we're not gonna have barking dogs, because I don't have dogs at my house. So
Not yet.
No, not yet. I do have a crying toddler, so there we go. We're switching that up.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're used to that, because the kids were little when this started.
yeah, I know. Well, and also a bunch of our friends are whiny toddlers, so. But the goal is the goal is to keep it the same. Like the location of where we're recording is going to change.
Yes.
Stu's appearance will be less frequent, although I made him promise to try and GM at least once a year.
Yes.
So whether he keeps that promise or not is up to him.
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
But I want to just tell everyone we're going to stay a diverse group of friends who are just playing real games, having real fun, and not taking ourselves too seriously.
Right.
I think I'll probably start shows on time more often when it's at my house.
That's bullshit. That is absolute
try.
bullshit. I can
try.
tell you that won't happen.
I will try. I will do better at remembering what episode number we're on. And
That's entirely possible.
And I won't probably belch as much.
Probably.
Or quieter, so you may not know what's happening.
And I don't belch that much anymore.
No,
and it's been a while.
Yeah, it's gotten better. So just to kind of dispel the rumors, I have a list. There's going to be a little bit of a change in tone because I have lists of stuff. So, Stu, question number 1. Why is this happening?
I'm tired of doing it.
Okay.
I want to do other things. I want to get my garage back. I have a spot. I want to put a workshop over there. And I'm going to put a different kind of workshop over here. This is going to be like my man cave music den in here.
Okay.
I'm going to move my instruments out of the house here.
Here and into here.
This may become the Boggard rehearsal space as well.
Oh, that's going to be loud. That many people singing in a smaller space.
I'll treat it.
Okay.
I'll treat it.
Okay.
And then and I am going to probably do a podcast. It's going to be music, like folk music based, I think.
Okay.
So that's going to happen. I'm still in the planning stages of it.
Is it going to be the angry folk?
No.
Whatever it is? Okay.
Netbusker.net.
Oh.
Already have the URL.
Oh, excellent.
And you can go to netbusker.net and see a web page with nothing on it. Because I'm still trying to figuring out what it is I'm going to do. I'm thinking about doing like TikTok streaming.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 nights a week doing like a 4 or 5 song set or something.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to concentrate more on music.
Okay.
Because it's something different. And the other thing I was thinking about doing is setting up, I don't know if I'm going to do it, an Artemis. The Artemis Grid Simulator.
Oh my gosh. You do.
I thought that would be really fun.
Yeah.
And I can get PCs cheap.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So next question. Was there internal drama?
No.
Do we secretly hate
Yes.
each other?
Yes.
No, stop.
No.
Are you getting kicked out?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I've been doing it.
12 years almost.
It's almost 13, isn't
Almost.
it? 2009.
Oh.
Isn't it? I don't know. I'd have to count on my fingers. I'm not going to do that in front of
No.
people. But I think
Yeah,
that's...
it's very high.
Yeah, it's 12 and a half years maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a long time to do something.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I just...
For sure. And you got like 2 teenagers now who need to be shuttled everywhere because they're very busy.
They won't get driver's licenses.
So weird and annoying.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a car right there. In fact, I was just underneath it yesterday trying to change the frickin' starter because I have to start it up to go get it smogged because it hasn't moved in a year and a half because no one will get a driver's license. Not that I'm bitter.
So, and Stu and I are totally staying friends.
Yes.
I make it a point never to like fight with the person who produces my band's music. So, best friends. Is it going all virtual now? What is going to change about the quality of the shows? No, it's not going all virtual. All of this, which you only see a tiny piece of, is going to be picked up and moved to my house.
What you see is like a little tiny piece of order in a vast amount of chaos.
So much chaos. There will be less chaos at my house, a little bit. A little less.
You have a toddler.
Well, no, that chaos is different. There will be less, like...
Stuff.
Well, just toddler stuff, just not this stuff.
Right.
I will have toddler stuff, not Stu stuff. So hopefully nothing will change about the quality of the shows as far as like video and audio quality. There will probably be a slight transition period where we have to fix all the kinks and figure out.
You can move all of this stuff
Yeah.
and turn it on and it's not going to work.
No. So there'll be some tradition, we're going to probably run a couple one-shots like hastily just to try things out, and there'll be a little bit of a transition time while we get everything locked in, but hopefully everything will be great. And actually we'll have a little bit more space, so there might be some things that even improve a little bit. So hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see.
Right.
Who will run the advice show? How will the advice show change? That will be me. I will be running the advice show. I've done a lot before here.
Yeah.
How will the advice show change? I will remember the episode number. Maybe, sometimes.
Probably.
I will probably forget it, actually. I'll be looking at it. There's going to be... we're going to keep it the same, like emails written in from the audience, people from our friend group, our hosts hanging out with me. Hopefully Stu once in a while.
Once in a while.
Yeah. I've gotten Stu to my house many, many times. But it's always for, Christmas Day, my baby shower.
Parties.
Yeah. So maybe if we throw a party sometime and, we'll just lie. Hey, there's a party on Friday night, Stu, at 7
What a
o'clock.
coincidence.
Yeah. So we might, we're playing around with maybe doing, virtual ones once in a while so Stu can attend without leaving his home because he doesn't really like leaving his
I don't like leaving my house.
Yeah, you have to do that a lot now with teenagers, too.
I do. I sit in a lot of parking lots and wait.
Yeah.
I do that.
Right. So now you can sit and listen to the podcast.
Right. I normally take a book.
Yeah.
And I sit and read.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, so the advice show, I don't think the format isn't going to change a ton or anything.
It works.
Yeah, it works. It's great.
Just got to keep those emails coming.
Gotta get those in, right? And then who will run the APs? How will the APs change? Well, I've been running the APs since they started.
Yep.
So
I've never had anything to do with it except the one I'm GMing, whatever that is.
So I expect those to change very, very little because I already run them. So again, they will not be here; they will be there, and I'm pointing in the direction of my house.
It's actually that way.
Yeah, that way. You're right. Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah, that's north.
That's north. That's the street I drive down.
Yes.
So I'm like, that way. No. Okay, that way. Yeah. So if you have other questions, you can reach out to me. You can post on the Discord. I'm not running the MeWe account. No, James V. No MeWe. But we're slowly transitioning, moving stuff over. The Patreon is still going to stay the same. I might change a little bit how it runs. So if you're a Patreon supporter, we really appreciate you. Please don't leave yet. There's a bunch of stuff we have to pay for the new studio, which right now is coming out of my pocket, which is cool. I'm excited about it, but every little bit helps. And
or if we can get that money out of frickin' Google AdSense, which we've been trying to do since fucking 2017.
Yes.
I've been trying to get that fucking money out of that account.
Out of YouTube.
Out of Google, the biggest fucking company in the world, the richest company in the world. No wonder they don't pay anybody. I've been trying to get that money out of there.
Okay, we're working
Oh
on it.
my God. And they just, no, did I tell you what happened?
Yeah.
I filled out all the tax information.
Yeah.
Because I got the PIN number
Uh-huh.
that got mailed to me, like regular mail, because we don't believe that this is your address. So they give me, so I put that in. Okay, we think this is your address now. Fill out this tax form. It's like,
Yeah.
what is it, W-4, W-2, whatever it is.
I don't know.
So I filled out the form. Fill it out exactly as your tax returns are, which I did because I happen to know my complete and full legal name, which is Stuart Richard Venable Jr., and I put in my Social Security number, which I won't give out now,
Ready? Write that down.
with my address, which I know, all the information, and they rejected it today. They said, no, some of this information isn't correct. I'm like, oh, really? So I went in, and I said, well, let's see. I didn't spell out avenue. I guess I'll try that.
Well, did you put your whole legal name on the YouTube account?
It says to fill it out the way it is on your tax returns.
Right, but that might be the conflict. I don't know. We don't have to troubleshoot this right now.
I'm
That's
telling you,
That's balls. That's stupid.
it's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So hopefully very little will change from your perspective as our wonderful audience. But yeah, reach out if you have any questions or concerns or thoughts or ideas.
And give her feedback.
Yeah,
give
tell
her,
me what's up.
Feedback is what makes the show better all the time.
Absolutely.
She's always going to want to know.
Yep.
And don't complain to me if you don't like something. Because the alternative for Kimmy doing it was the not being a show at all.
Yeah, it was the end of Happy Jacks.
Because I don't think anyone else would have taken it on.
I don't think so. But yeah, no, seriously, like if there are little changes, like let me know if you like them, let me know if you don't like them. Like this is a community thing. Like I think that's one of the cool things about us being a smaller show. Like we know our community, your community has access to us. Like we're gonna do this together as a community. We've kind of gone through in the last few days. We've made the Discord a little bit more of like an official space. It's been amazing and fan run for years and years. But officially, I've taken it over. It was like my first step, like, ha!
Right.
And Forrest is just amazing, and Jackalope have been running it for a really long time. We made a new code of conduct and kind of reorganized stuff there. So that's going to be a place where you can like access me if you need, to reach out. Use happyjacks RPG at gmail.com, which now I am starting to check, which is weird.
Right.
And
It's still forwarding to me, by the way.
Well, yeah.
I've never logged into that account. I've always
know.
just forwarded the email to me.
yeah, I think I'm the only one who knows the password anyway.
No, I know the
You have
password.
it? Okay,
yeah.
good. So, and then this is going to take place kind of slowly over the next couple weeks. The first official show, the first official advice show that will be happening will be on April 1st. I can't believe that it ended up on that day.
It's so awesome. Everyone's going to think, oh, the whole thing was
It's
a joke.
Yeah, and then I'm going to log in and it's going to be like really at my house and they're like, oh. Please don't be oh. I hope you like it. But yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, okay, the last AP will be this day, and this will give us exactly 2 weeks, and this is a Friday, and it's April 1st. Oh no, it's April 1st.
And that's like the day before dress rehearsal weekend for fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're coming up on fair, and fair's actually happening this year. So supposedly, so far.
Because we went out and started building. And then, oh no, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. But, so this would be actually coming up on the time where Stu usually steps back for a while anyway.
Right.
So we'll see. So anyway, that's the end of our announcement. And so now we're going to do, the official start of the show and be totally normal.
That was for you, Canada.
Okay, goodbye. We'll see you in a minute.
Bye. We'll see you in a second.
You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Why, hello, and welcome to Season 29, Episode 12 of Happy Jacks RPG Podcast. My name is Stu.
My name is Kimmy.
In this episode of Happy Jacks RPG Podcast, Josh in Orlando wants to know what sort of game to run for new people. Tannic5, or Tannix, sends us a few RPG stories, and Greg sends a holiday greeting from the North Pole. It's February. A little behind on the emails. But if you'd like to email us, you can email us at happyjacksrpg@gmail.com. That's happyjacksrpg@gmail.com. If you'd like to watch the show live, we're on at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time. 7:30. Well, we had a thing. 7:30, Pacific Time, p.m. happyjacks.org/live. Let's see. Is there anything else?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Okay.
Oh, go to the Discord.
Oh, the Discord. Now it's official.
Yeah.
How do they get to
happyjacks.org/Discord.
There you go.
And join the Discord. There's
does Discord spell Discord funny?
Discord.
Okay.
I don't know what Discord
Does it have an
funny.
H in it or anything?
No. It's not like a zero instead of an O
Okay.
or none of that stuff.
I wasn't sure.
No. You're the MeWe expert, so like,
And everyone knows how to spell that.
yeah. I mean, I guess you could spell it with two E's at the end. MeWe.
You could. Or two I's.
Or it's the I's. Yeah. That's another way to do it. And there was a convention this last weekend.
There was.
So-
I wasn't there.
No, I wasn't there either. Some people went, so that's good. People who have,
I bought a badge. I want to support
I did
Con.
too. I did too. I bought they did a thing where you could buy like badges for the next 4 cons or something.
Right.
So to like support them, I did that a while ago, and didn't you buy like a ton of T-shirts or something too?
They owe me some T-shirts. I believe they owe me like 4.
Yeah.
And one day I'll be there and they'll go, "Oh, you're the guy with. We've been waiting. Here's this box, and it's gonna have like old yellowed tape on it."
It's gonna have stew scribbled on top.
Probably.
Yeah. But people did go to the con and play. It was super great to see pictures of friends at the table playing together.
Yes.
It was like, that's so nice.
Right. And we had an AP on
We had actual play, yeah.
here
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah, that was nice again. Because we had to stop for a while. If you don't listen to the APs, we stopped at the APs for a while because of the Omicron variant.
Yeah.
So it's not safe.
Which
but not
I
safe.
had, by the way.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I gave it and spread it around, too.
Not to anybody in Happy
my-
Jacks, though.
No.
Just your family.
Just
Nobody
my,
important.
Just my kids.
Oh.
Except my daughter who never got it.
Yeah, I think they probably gave it to you.
No, I don't think so. Zachary started becoming symptomatic about 4 days after I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I got it at the grocery store, but I won't say which one it was, but I know which one it was.
Watching you at the store. All right. Anyway, so that was great, and yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, and I introduced one of my favorite tropes in fantasy games.
During your
on Sunday.
Suching and Elmy.
Which is little furious demonic imps. I love them, and I forgot how much I love them because
They're like your soulmates.
they can't hurt you.
No.
They can fuck with your life, and they can make you miserable. They're hard to catch.
Yeah.
They're hard to hit because they're so little and fast. But the chances of them killing you is you'd have to like fall asleep and they'd have to stumble upon you or something. But they found one in like a little like globe that's it's imprisoned in this little like glass orb, and it's sitting in there like fuck you, and it's like sitting there screaming at them.
That's amazing.
And I don't know if they know what a treasure trove of information they just got by getting them. If they can get the information out of
Yeah,
them.
if they can get
That's the whole
yeah.
thing. But I love those little guys.
Yeah. You do a good voice on them.
Thank you. What sort of game to run for new people from Josh in Orlando? Help me, Happy Jacks. You're my only hope.
Oh.
Once I looked for a second, it looked like the N in only was an M, and I was going to say only. That wouldn't mean anything.
No.
Once upon a time, I found a glorious group of friends to play online with on the old forums, but times have changed, and I find myself in need of meeting new people. I have briefly looked at joining games as a player, and find the lack of GMs has not changed much in the landscape of RPGs. I would like to avoid D&D, so it seems the best option is to run some games. I enjoy a variety of systems, from rules light to crunchy. My current plan is to run short 1 and 2 session adventures in the more popular systems. This way I can easily part ways if we don't mesh. I'm thinking of Call of Cthulhu or Mothership, but have never run a horror game, and I'm a bit of a clown, so I feel I should be upfront that seriousness is not my forte. It may end up more Scooby-Doo or Red Dwarf than grim dark horror. The goal is fun, not actual sanity loss.
Right.
Yes. However, I struggle with ideas for these sessions. With the group of friends, I know what might entertain them, and they know what stupidity to expect from me. I guess I should run some somewhat generic vanilla session to appeal to the most people, but this seems like it might be a bit boring for me and less accurate portrayal of dumb games I'm likely to run. I do not want to run D&D. D&D is the mind killer. That is a Dune reference. Is that not a Dune reference? I believe that's the Mentats, right?
I watched the movie.
It was only half.
I know. That's all I know.
I'm like, wait a second. Part 1? Fuck this!
Yeah. Well, I knew it would be part 1, but I know. That's like my one huge like blind spot left of
Dune.
nerddom is Dune.
You know what? I think the best adaptation of that novel was the Sci-Fi Channel's miniseries.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I think I might. Heather probably has it, but I think I have it on DVD.
You lost Dune in the divorce.
I lost Dune in the divorce. And I might still have it. I don't know,
Okay.
but I'll lend it to you.
Oh, that'd be great.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
And it still has to cut some stuff out, but
Yeah.
it's like
Oh, that's cool.
8 episode thing. And Dune is a big book.
Yeah.
So
My husband is like a Dune expert. Like there's like Lord of the Rings in our household, and then for him, it's like Dune is like right under that just a little bit.
see, I read the first 3 books, and then they started coming out with more of them. They. What the fuck is his name?
I don't know.
Frank Herbert? Is it Frank Herbert?
I don't know.
God,
The chat will know.
I
tell
just
us
went
in a
up on his
minute.
name. Yeah, I think it's Frank Herbert. But then this Charter House Dune or Chapter House Dune or something. And then all these other books. The one Dune, Messiah, and Children of Dune. And then I was done. And then I tried Frank Herbert. Okay. And then I tried reading one of the next ones. I was like, oh, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that miniseries gave them the proper amount of time to actually tell that full story.
Yeah.
So I thought it was the best adaptation. Although the new movie was really
very
good.
Yeah. It was very good. All right. D&D is the mind killer, and yes, the chat confirms that it is a.
I guess to sum up, how weird do you get on the first date? Thanks. Love the show. Josh and Orlando. Malifer on the Discord.
Woo!
P.S. On Roll20, I saw a post looking for a GM to run a 5e game. They posted the setting they want and already made level 4 characters that are awesome and have tons of gear. Wish I could say it was a unique request.
Oh my god.
P.S. Stu, if you make that what we do in the Shadows vocabulary list, please share it. That would be a vampire game I would love to play in. That'd be very and in fact, that may be the next thing I run.
That would be amazing.
Would be in V20.
Yeah.
Just
You wouldn't want to do it in V5? No. Okay.
I'd want to no. I think I'd want to steal some stuff from V5 because I love the way blood works in V5. I love that having the extra like chaos dice.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I would run it in V20.
Yeah.
Because the powers in V20 are way more manageable. Because like Pooja was playing the spellcasters, Tremere.
Yeah, Tremere.
Fuck. The amount of dice rolls she had to do to cast any spell was stupid.
Oh.
I mean, it was stupid.
That's annoying.
Yeah, and like, but you only have to miss one. It was just dumb. So I would probably use the base system and try to modify it with the blood dice. But I would love to run that because all of the stuff that they call it in what we do in the Shadows is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what is the super? I can't even remember. I have to rewatch it.
Yeah. Oh man, I've watched it all, and I'm rewatching it with my husband because he doesn't like binging things, and I'll just like sit for like hours while I do other things and watch things straight, and just oh my god, just creepy paper,
creepy paper,
all the things.
Bat. I love it.
So good. Oh my god.
And, my niece works with that show.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
it's awesome.
so
She's going
cool.
to try to get in the
You tell me every time we bring
season
up
4.
Yeah.
Season 4. She's going to try to get me to the premiere.
Oh, nice.
I would love to do that. I have
That'd be
tuxedo and everything.
Yeah.
I haven't worn it in years. Anyway, do you want to start? Or you want me to start?
I love like the how weird do you get on a first date thing. So I met my husband through online dating. So I'm like a little familiar with this. Like I did like the normal online dating thing, and then I finally was just like, this is ridiculous. So I put all the I let my freak flag fly on my page. I recommend that to everybody, and I think you should do that same thing with this. Like there were pictures of me in fair. There's like I finally made a quiz that was like because people just kept like coming in there like had nothing in common with me. It's like if you know what a D20 is. And if you do this, and it was like a list of things. If it's like you score high enough on this quiz, we probably are a good match.
Right.
So, like, I would be like that if you're looking for a group, and just be like, hey, I don't want to play D&D. I want to play this or this or this. Like, don't like settle to run things that you're like, I don't really like that, because those are the things those people will want to be playing. If you like if you end up running something that you're like, generic, vanilla, and that's what they love. Then they're going to be really excited to play, and then you're not going to have a group that you want.
As someone who's been divorced twice, let me tell you, don't go in saying you're one thing when you're something else. Because that is never going to work out well. And I would say, absolutely, if you like running goofball fucking games, run a goofball fucking game. Yeah. That's how you're going to find your people. Yeah. Because if it weirds them out and they're like, oh, this guy doesn't take this seriously enough, and you know what? You don't want to play with that guy. Yeah. You want to find the person who's like, yes.
This is my people.
This is the goofiest shit in the world.
Creepy paper.
Right.
These are my people. So, yeah, and, like, just own it, and that may mean you don't have a group for a while, and that would suck. But... I mean, you're on the Discord. Check out on the Discord. We do have the Looking for Group on the Discord.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, I mean, just be honest. Don't try and yeah.
Don't set up a false expectation that you run a very serious game when you don't want to run a very serious game. Because then you're going to attract people who want serious games. Yeah. And then you're just going to be stuck with a group of people that you don't want to play with.
Right. And they're going to be disappointed in you, and you're going to be disappointed in them. And it's just like everybody be sad and disappointed.
Right. And next thing you know, you're splitting up the DVD collection.
Yeah, and you don't get Dune.
Dune
ends up
Dune.
at their house. That was a good circle around. So that would be my suggestion. Like post places, be like, hey, I want to run a game. These are the systems I'm super interested in. This is my general.
That's a good idea. Yeah. List all the systems that you're comfortable running.
Yeah, and because people will see that, like they're going like. Like some of the greatest people in our community came in because we play weird ass games on our channel. So it's like Erica Odd came in because of Savage Worlds, because she's like the Savage Worlds expert. And so,
I can't tell you how many people have like, I go to the con I'm at this convention because I've always wanted to play this one system and there's one guy running it. Mm-hmm. So I signed up and I'm looking forward to this entire convention just for this one thing. So if you list out all of the games that you are interested in playing, people will see that right away, and that will attract maybe the kind of players you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of people who want to play those games never get to. Right. There's D&D has such a stranglehold, especially on people playing at conventions and stuff like that. A lot of times people are like, oh man, I would love to play that little nowhere PBTA game, but I don't know anybody who runs it. So, like, if you put yourself out there and, like, hey, this is all the stuff I would love to run, like, in the Discord or other places or your local con or your game shop or wherever, like, eventually you're going to find people who are like, oh, man, I've always wanted to try that. Right. So, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the L5R guy? What is it now? It's Odyssey Games, but it used to be Game Empire. Mm-hmm. I went in there and I picked up, it was when we were either getting ready to run the second L5R campaign or the third, I don't remember. And I bought the Second City box set, which is this really cool thing. It came with all kinds of stuff, and it came with like a whole campaign and a bunch of setting stuff. You went there. That's the other place. Remember were you in the last L5R game?
Yeah, I thought so.
Remember you guys went on a boat and you went
Oh,
far
yeah.
away? That second city.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was in there, this guy saw me carrying the box around because I was looking at other stuff, and he's like, "Do you play L5R?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm starting up a campaign right now. Do you need players?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I've already got the 4 players I'm going to have. He's like, "Oh,
I know. Like, there's
So you
that
don't-
magic.
you want to? You won't take a 5th?" Because this guy really wanted to play L5R, and
Right.
you can tell he probably never. His friends don't want to play it. They
Yeah.
want to play D&D or whatever it is they're playing. I'm like,
There's like that magic thing when like you talk to somebody and you like hit on the game that they love, and it's like that
or you're
magic.
holding the game that they.
Yeah, and it's like there's just like this like delight and eagerness in their eyes, and they're just like, "You do that thing? Oh, I want to do the thing.
I want the precious.
I know the precious." Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments at the cons when you like are sitting there. Sometimes like they have sign up books at our convention, and you're like sitting there, like, oh, and you're excited, and someone else goes at that same moment to like sign up, and you're like, yeah, and you both sign up together. So it's pretty awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so that would be our suggestion.
Thank you for the email, Josh in Orlando.
Josh Orlando.
Next, the long one.
Aw, man. First time email from Tenic5.
He's got a couple stories.
Oh, cool. Hey, Stu and the crew. I'm not gonna rhyme anymore. You can say "Hey, you" and the crew. Don't do "Hey, you." That's not good. Don't. It's fine.
No,
don't do
good.
rhyme zone.
You got to read.
Long-time listener, first-time writer to the show. Thank you for writing in. You were talking about Shadowrun on some recent podcasts, and I wanted to share a con story with you, as well as a horror story at my own table, and one bit of advice on how I keep the element of surprise for my players. We had the ultimate Shadowrun session. I was at Gen Con, and I was playing in a game of Shadowrun with my oldest son and a friend from my home table. We were tasked with getting into a lab and recovering a MacGuffin. We planned the job by casing multiple employees and gaining access to their uniforms and IDs. We proceeded to walk in, and while cleaning the lab, we were able to initiate our heist. Halfway through, the GM was getting upset that we'd gone so far without firing a single shot. So he had another group of runners break in.
Whose fault is that?
Break in, shooting up the place. When this happened, we grabbed the MacGuffin and ran right up to the incoming security team, screaming in a panic. Since we looked like we belonged and were running from the runners that were shooting up the place, the security guards actually kept us safe and escorted us out of the building. That is brilliant, my friend.
What was it?
Good.
What is that movie? Shoot, what was it called? It's a bank heist, and it's got the guy from Ghostbusters, Bill Murray. Is it Bill Murray?
I don't know.
And it's got Gina Davis, and they rob a bank, and then they dress up as hostages.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it's called. That's been a couple things, though. There's been a couple of TV shows, too, that stole that, too.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay. But that's the first time I saw it was in that film.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember the name of it. Randy Quaid, I think, is in it. I think.
As we were escaping, the GM was incredulous and asked if we were going to help the other runners that were getting shot at. To which we replied, "Hell no! They're our way out." He didn't understand why we would team up with them. He didn't understand why we would team up with them in turn. And in turn, we didn't understand how he could think that we would risk our mission for the group of strangers that very likely wanted the same thing we already had.
Well, yeah.
Quick Change from 1990.
Quick Change. That's
There you
it.
go. Yay, James V.
Bill Murray, Gina Davis.
Yep. I am usually the GM, and I like it that way. But during one of my infrequent breaks, one of my players stepped up and offered to run a D&D game. Yeah, I know. D&D.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but it's fine. I've been playing a D&D game through most of the pandemic. I've actually enjoyed it.
It's fine.
It's good. Yeah.
And the 5th edition is probably the best one they've ever made.
Yeah, and then there's times I'm like, I want to do this, and they're like, well, roll this, and we'll
They have the generic, you want to do something the book doesn't cover, it's like,
Yeah.
just roll, yeah.
My GM's are really good at it and just, like, is used to me doing it now.
Right.
Because I play D&D like it's PBTA, and I'm just, it's fine. Can I throw my spear and pin him against the wall? Sure, okay. Sorry, anyway. We were in a dungeon crawl, and there were mysteries that we couldn't figure out. The last encounter at the end of the night was a pool of water. One of the characters entered the water and was standing 5 feet away from the shore. I asked the GM how deep the water is, and he said I would have to go into the water. I responded, but the bard is in the water.
I know how tall he is. Is he underwater? Can I see his head?
Wait, no, wait. He responded, right, but you aren't sure how deep the water is. So I said, I look at the bard. How deep is the water? And he said, you don't know. I was getting really frustrated to the point I remember slamming my hand down on the table and ending the session.
Wow.
Talking to the guy that was playing the bard the next day, and his teenage kid overheard and asked, couldn't you just look at how high the water was on my dad who was in the water? Which was my point all along. I ended up kicking the GM out of the group for a while.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I have calmed down in my old age, and he is back in the group now.
You had anger issues.
So now we joke. You say that. So now we joke about it, and he admits now that he didn't understand what we were asking. I can see that. There's times where, like, you get nervous, especially when you're running a game. And people,
yeah.
And you're like, I don't know. I speak English, and I know all the words you're saying.
But my brain is
But
farting.
no, you can't do that. No. Right. So I get it. Like you guys have said multiple times, it's often the failures that invoke the greatest memories. Yes, that is so true. It was our sorcerer going down the hall moments that we can all laugh about now. Aww.
But you kicked someone out of the group for it.
That's
wow.
like a strong friendship to survive that, though.
Yes.
Like the fact that they came back.
I had no other friends.
Possible. All right. We started in person and moved to Roll20 during the beginning of the pandemic. In Roll20, I would set up characters as languages, so there would be a character called Goblin. Anyone that spoke Goblin gets to control that character. What this does is lets me whisper to
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I see what he's doing.
That's very cool. Whisper to Goblin, and anyone that speaks it gets the information without just saying it out loud. That is so cool.
That's brilliant.
That worked so well that we have incorporated it into our in-person games using channels on Discord. Very nice.
Oh, there you go.
I have a channel for each language, and anyone that speaks it gets added to that channel. So now, when the goblin starts speaking, I can just type what they are saying there, and the 2 players that speak Goblin get to know what is said.
Is he talking about me? I think he's talking about me.
Yeah. And it is on them to inform the other players instead of just saying it and having people not play off of it.
Right.
That is so cool.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. Keep up with the great work. I love listening to your podcast. Matt, Titanic5, most places on the interwebs. Hopefully on the Discord. Yeah, that's brilliant. That is so smart. It's been amazing. Like, I feel like being pushed into online gaming, was so hard, I think, at first. And it was just, and there's some things I just, it's not as good at being at the table, at least in my opinion.
It's methadone.
Yeah. But there are so many cool uses that I hope those adaptations and the cool things we figured out, we can use, in in-person gaming, hopefully, too.
Yep.
This is super smart. I love
Yeah, I've used, secret messages for people. I've used Slack for that.
Yeah.
It never even occurred to me to set up channels for different languages. It's a brilliant idea.
So smart. Yeah. Awesome. And thank you for the stories, and thank you for that amazing tip at the end there.
Yep. Holiday greetings from the North Pole from Greg. Happy holidays to Stu and the crew. He wrote this a while ago.
Yeah.
It's the end of February, even. There's only a couple days left.
Yeah.
I feel like I should apologize for my last email. All 5 pages of it. I think I was a little tipsy. And what else are you going to do?
It's fine. We accept
In the
tipsy
North
emails.
Pole. And too excited to be writing into the show, enough that I didn't really stop to think about how long it was getting.
That's okay.
This time, I'm making it short enough to be considered sweet.
Aww.
You can now officially add the North Pole to your long list of listeners and their extreme distances from Ground Zero. The only continent we haven't had listeners from is Africa.
Right.
That's it.
I think we did. We had someone from South Africa for a while, didn't we?
I don't think so.
No?
Not that I
Oh,
recall.
okay.
No.
I thought we finally got that.
There was someone in an undisclosed location in Antarctica.
Yes. We asked them for proof, and they sent it.
And they did.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah. We're not allowed to talk about it. But...
Nope. Can't say a word.
Nope.
Let's see. You now can officially add the North Pole to your long list of listeners.
This is very cool.
Canadian Air Force's station alert in Nunavut, Canada, in the northernmost populated location on the planet.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of a really cool idea I'm going to stop you for. Okay, so one of my first things I'm going to do as being in charge of the Happy Jacks, I'm going to put a map on a website where people can tag where they are.
Oh, there you go. That's a good idea.
Isn't that cool?
That's a good idea.
I hope we still have the Antarctica person. I hope they're still there. If not, I'll just tag them. It counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's only a stone's throw and a few hours ski-doo ride from the magnetic North Pole.
Wow.
Is the magnetic North Pole in that sort of lake? There's a lake.
I mean, it's probably
in Canada.
frozen.
I'm sure, at least some of the time, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But it's a big lake in like the northern part of Canada. Mm-hmm. And I think near that lake is where the magnetic north is.
That'd be very cool to see.
I've seen.
There used to be a website called Frapper that does just that. Oh, okay.
Oh.
For tagging, yeah. We'll figure it out. There's got to be a Google Maps thing or something you can do.
We maintain a small collection of media to help the various military and civilian residents spend their time, so much time, hours, days, weeks, and even months without daylight or streaming services like Netflix.
Oh.
I don't know if Musk's Starlink will change that anytime soon. I personally made sure that the Happy Jacks RPG podcast, around 15 seasons worth, is available on demand to those to those entertainment-deprived souls. When you're in the middle of nowhere, Happy Jacks. And there's no other choice.
Yeah. They kind of come out of there like, Savage Worlds, PPTA, Savage Worlds, not D&D.
Around 15 seasons worth available on demand to those entertainment-deprived souls during their stay at the Canadians' favorite Arctic resort. Also know that many of the newcomers learned to play at least one RPG system during their stay, as tabletop games of all types are quite popular there. I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Santa even stops in to ask for air clearance, and we track his early progress every Christmas Eve.
Aw.
Anywho, I already went over my predetermined time limit. Thanks to Stu, Stork, Kimmy, Tappy, Adam, and the rest of your conversations and points of view. And welcome to Allie for joining, because you did a couple.
She was. Yeah, that was great.
Very, very easygoing on camera.
Oh yeah, that's not surprising.
She won't stream by herself though.
No.
Have a happy and safe holiday from me, Friar Gregarious, and the Royal Canadian Air Force, Canada, and the North Pole. Slancha August Hapta Leet. I don't know what that means. Slante et merci. Joyeux Noel. and the people in Quebec are killing themselves right now.
They're very mad. They're very upset. That's so cool. That. My question is which 15 seasons?
I don't know.
All right, so you have to come. You have to tell us, Greg,
Yeah.
and let us know. Send us an email, and we can send you new files, so that you can have the whole backlog. Maybe not all of it, but
a lot of
it. And let us know. That is so cool. Yeah,
It's
I really
excellent.
want to do the map thing now. I can't believe we've never
totally should.
done that.
Yeah.
I never thought of it. I can't believe it. All right.
All
We
right.
did it.
That I should run the thing.
The thing?
Which one is it? Is it this one? No, I always do that. It's this one.
Yeah. You should just name it this one.
I should.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, season 29, episode 12, Happy Jacks RPG Podcast. My name is Stu,
My name is Kimmy.
and we'll see you next week, probably.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna do it for sure until
Okay.
the last one.
All right. And at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here, happyjacks.org/live.
Okay.
And we'll see you then.
Goodbye.
From Michigan to Australia and maybe East Timor, be it rare, so exalted, girls or Dungeons and Dragons, hero, pathfinder, fate or savage wild, evil plots will be usurped.
preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.
Why problem make when you no problem have you don't want to make?